So it is that time of year. Thousands of graduates will turn the tassel, and for so many, it's not just about the next step, the stress of the job hunt. It's the cost of college that has risen so much, leading to student debt. 7 in 10 seniors graduate with student loan debt over $29,000, often even more. So how do you tackle that sort of debt when you're just 22 years old? You can't make that much money to cover that. So we have certified financial planner Ted Jenkins with us here today. Ted, welcome. Thanks for being here. I think this is so important to talk about because so many people are going through it, and we're not talking about small change here. We're talking about big dollars and the sacrifices you have to make. What would you say is the #1 mistake that recent graduates make when it comes to student debt?
Yeah, I think most recent graduates don't take stock of their loans. There's something called the National Data System where they can look at all their student loans, figure out the interest rates, figure out how much amount that they owe, and then actually build a game plan. And I would recommend getting into an automatic enrollment payment system as soon as possible. It can save you interest rate and get that pay yourself first rule to start getting the debt paid off.
So most of these loan payments start within 6 months of graduation. What are the options? If your time is running out, you don't have a job, so you can't do that automatic payment. What are some of the options out there?
Yeah, usually you can talk to your lender, whether it's private or you're dealing with the government, and do a deferment. And that may be if you go to grad school, or if not, you may have to talk to them about forbearance. And that's a little bit more difficult, but suspending those payments, especially if the student loans are going to be about 20% of your gross income, they'll work with you a lot more.
What about consolidation of private and public loans? Is that a smart thing to do?
Yeah, it's crazy. There's tons of companies out there today actually going to students to refinance their student debt, much like you would a mortgage. So you have companies out there like Social Finance, and they'll actually come to you and say, maybe you want to stretch the payment from 10 years to 30 years. I don't like that because the amount of interest that you'll pay over the long term is a lot. But they will be able to help you if you need to consolidate or refinance.
What about the lucky graduates or even people in their 20s and 30s that have a job and they don't know whether to prioritize credit card debt, student loan debt, or savings, your 401k? Should you throw that out the window if you have a salary and just focus on those debts?
That's like the perfect storm, right?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing of it is that if your 401k offers you a match, especially if you're vested in it immediately, you can't give away free money. Think about this. If you put away 3% of your salary, and you get a 3% match, that's a 100% rate of return on your money. After that, I'm a big fan of paying off credit cards first, especially the high interest rate. And people don't forget that student loans are tax deductible depending upon your income, where credit card debt is not.
Such important information for so many people out there in the same position. And what I will say is if you are young, face it now, because as you get older, it just keeps building and keeps building. You know, tomorrow we're going to talk to somebody who went to the extreme to pay down their debt, and you'll see why it's worth it. Ted, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, I say work less, you can't party more, you just work less, right? Work less or party more.
Exactly, Ted, thank you.